But the knife round is beginning, the match is starting, so we're jumping game here. And this should be very, very cool. Maybe we'll get some Danish superstars. I mean, that could be pretty damn awesome to see that. And right now, it's just the knife round. Everyone loves the... Wait, no, well, okay, most people love the knife round. It's still there. It's the tradition of Counter-Strike. It's never going to die, no matter like how many people want it to be a coin flip or an RNG, you know, basically deciding in whatever fashion. But here is a knife round, and here's some third person. Well, there was some third person, but whatever. Here we go. Looks like we have a 3 versus 3 situation right here. And
3 on 2. 3 on 1.
3 on 1.
Yeah.
It's all down to Glow Williams. We saw this before last time when I was with Threat. Someone did a 4-man, 1 versus 4. Is it going to be Globe? Is he going to do the 1v3? Ah, he missed. Lunging at the legs, but falling short. So there you go. It is going to be our Danes who can pick the team, and seems like, or rather, sorry, EnRo who can pick the team, and it seems like they are going to choose CT right now. So, what do you think about starting on CT here? Because a lot would agree that it's T favored, but a lot seems to prefer to start CT these days.
Maybe they want to start maybe they just favor CT side. I mean, there are a lot of teams that's pretty good at CT. Look at this.
A very aggressive play right there, and looks like they're just getting out into mid whilst all that chaos is happening. But the bomb is dropped up there, and Auto Director, what are you doing? And looks like trying to gun down that player there, but not going to work.
There were actually 2 players running past him. That was kind of weird.
And we got FLAEKKETID. What's his name? That is a crazy name there. Flex. We call him Flex. Why can he make my life simple? He's called Flex right now. So Flex going down right at the end there, and you have to bear with me whilst I like, get over all the crazy names. And EnRo right now take the pistol round. So actually a double scout. They're going for double scout on CT. And they got an and 2 M4s. That is quite an unusual second round bite, to say the least.
You can actually get one hit frag with scout. That's kind of sick. You can also hit while in air.
And there you go. Firstly going to take down Glow Williams there, but the trade does commence, so they're not going to lose the weapon. So no weapons have been dropped for Ferris Team Fleck to pick up, but looks like it's just Thief left now. And is the damage going to be contained right there? We'll see. Looks like the bomb is going to go down, so they're going to get the bomb down. This is a massive result there. Yeah. And 2 players went down, and
that's really good.
One of the players with a scout went down, the other one had an so they're losing quite a bit of money there. I mean, the scout's not cheap. I mean, if you compare this, I think the scout's 2K, if I'm not mistaken, something around there, 2.2 maybe. And so if you compare that to, let's say, a Nova buy, which is just 2K, or you compare it to like a Mac 10 or something similar, you know, some of these really cheap SMGs, then you're looking at a problematic situation. But perhaps the scouts are maybe their response against the potential P250 armor or something. It's hard to say exactly what they are thinking, but definitely the scouts, as you said, can have a lot of merit. And here comes maybe a pick, not quite there. Nazen trying to gun down one at Vietnam and a long distance there, suicide rather. And we've got EnRo with a push here on the catwalk. And there is Joe Khan trying to make his way in. A great reaction there. Dropping Nazen, and right now EnRo trying to make their way back into this bomb site, but it's proving difficult. But there's just 2 players left, only one has a rifle, goes down at the car and also goes down in the corner of the site. I mean, they couldn't get the positioning there, so looks like another round for EnRo. So very disregarding the buys, somewhat standard kind of situation on the rounds here. So it's not too problematic right now for EnRo. So it's all on Flake to try to make this happen. And we have Zeeth with an AWP, and I just want to jump to him right now to see what he can do. He's actually going to go for the quick pick on long. Can he get it? It's all about this.
Oh, they're not going long at all.
And they're not pushing anyone long. So
they're actually going aggressive short. So
let's jump over to these players here. Joking. Oh my God! What a tap right there onto Glow Williams. And Zeeth gonna go down. That is really depressing right there for Zeeth. They're losing that AK at long. That also gives potential control there, but he's gonna rotate around. And it looks like FLAEKK still have this middle area. This is so common here that teams just, the T side can just take mid, and that's what gives them options. And here we have right now Robson trying to defend a Graffiti, the oncoming players of FLAEKKE. And Percy just kind of pre-fires some spots here. And the bomb is at B, so they're trying to do a bit of a fake here onto A. And I mean, it really feels like they could be successful here, but regardless, now they've seen the bomb, their intention revealed. Now it's just Robson spamming through the smoke. He's not going to really get anything. And he's given away his position. He's going to run through the smoke and then decide not to go to, and goes back. And
yeah,
it seems like he doesn't know exactly what to do there. And
I mean, that situation, they have taken B, they went out mid, they smoked CT spawn, you're in CT spawn, 1v3. It's not really much you can do. You can't really run through the smoke because the opponents can just try to pick you up by the window or door. So I'd go for a save right away there. Definitely. I think that's like that's the obvious thing that you'd want to go for. But regardless, we're going to have an AWP from Globe Williams and an AWP from Z. So let's see actually what Globe Williams can do with this. If he can do anything, can he win this battle? I have faith in Globe Williams, but just getting hit through the door there, and that was a decent result there for Zeeth. And so we can see some other action going on the other side of the map. And right now the terrorists are controlling long. They've got all 4 on long here, so not much of a split going on. They've got 2 players cycling back a bit, leaving 2 in long. Perhaps they could work cat, perhaps they could go B, but the bomb being dropped at long here. And FLAEKKE are trying to make their way into the A long area, trying to gain ground, but you can see that they're kind of at a standstill. They haven't managed to get themselves up to slope with the smoke there. If they were to try to rush there, they could be very exposed. So there is the smoke, but still it seems risky. Gonna throw it anyway and just let EnRo believe that maybe they're still at long, but in reality now the information has been revealed. EnRo know what's happening, they see them back at mid again, and this gives you options to FLAEKKE. This is why this can be a terrorist side of the map, because they always have options. The TTs always have to react, they always have to read what Ts are doing. And EnRo right here are stuck. It's up to Nazin. So key, those 2 frags, so key, double. Beautiful stuff from Nazin there. That can win the round. That's a make or break play right there from Nazin on the side of EnRo. And this, of course, was a buy round for FLAEKKE, and this is really important for them as well. If they lose this, they're in a bit of shambles right now on the money. So there's Globe, misses the flick there with the AWP, and Zeef going to try to run his way back and gets himself around that corner into safety. Looks like he's going to try to save the AWP, which is a smart play. There's no time left. Even if he had gotten a frag, Nathan would have run out the clock. No use risking a death. Yeah, I think that FLAEKKE just stopped a little too long to really be able to do anything there, to utilize that they had taken over long, which meant that EnRo had the time to rotate and get information on the rest of the map.
And actually Zeek hitting him once through the door and then actually just putting one into his chest there. And that is a massive win. And you can see already in the money. Wow, what a beautiful... He actually used the burst. Maybe the first player in the world to get a frag with the burst on the FAMAS in CSGO. Beautiful stuff there. EnRo Dennis holding it down. And this is so key. They lost their mid presence. They got a mag. They got 2 FAMAS. They got an AK. Yeah, that tells you their money is really screwed right now. This round is so important. And they got the double stack here on Cat. Now, if this could get 1 frag for them, that is going to get that player on Cat a better weapon. There it is. And this is pretty huge now. But he's got to be careful. Can they take the weapon safely? They just don't know. We can see that the bomb is over on the halls there, the upper halls area. And the problem is they got a man right here. It's Dennis who made that frag with the FAMAS, with the burst. He's going to go for it again, but gets his head blown right off there by Percy. Beautiful play there. And he's going to drop the bomb, in fact, and go for more peaks. So they're just playing it slow. There's 35 seconds left, and they have an AWP on Z, so they're not mobile. They can't get in the site. I mean, it looks like a save, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they don't really have a plan. Or any backup plan if they get picked off. They're just going with it, trying to get another pick. And I really think they should try rushing or executing some kind of fake, or just try to do something instead of try to get these picks, because it's just not working. EnRo they are holding too to good angles and playing really well.
Yeah, so far it has looked like EnRo have it on lock. And EnRo, you know, it's a name that is somewhat established. They have gotten, you know, a lot of results here and there. They're definitely a very good team, and they could make their name with this tournament. And beautiful tapping action from Glow Williams there. I mean, sure, they're on eco, but I mean, it's so beautiful to see this kind of action. Wow, and he actually gets, I think, a 3 or 4 there. Then it's chiming in with 1 on Cat, but beautiful defense. And you can see that aggressive push up into the lower dark there that is dangerous stuff. That's a kind of glass cannon play. It's like either you die or you catch them completely off guard and get a lot of frags. It's nice.
Well, that's basically the thing as CT on this map. You often need to take risks, going aggressive either long or B lower or anything like that. It looks like Flake is taking over long here.
Yeah, Zeeth putting a new meaning to run and gun right there with the AK-47. And looks like Robson holding it down though, and we have Nason in mid as well. So, I mean, it's all been about Glow Williams, Robson, and Dennis and Nason so far. They've been making some key plays. Haven't seen Dookie the King come out huge just yet, but I'm sure he'll have his moment. But so far, EnRo really are locking it down. We're seeing a 6-1 scoreline. The smoke's right there, and Robson's going to have to change his positioning as that smoke dissipates, surely. And we've got, again, go back to mid as Flake. They've been doing the right thing as terrorists. They keep returning to mid, trying to confuse, trying to reposition, trying to find that hole in the CT defense, but so far they keep getting stuck in spots on the rush. They keep getting stuck in choke points, stuck in places like Upper Dark and Cat. And oh, beautiful double pick there from, wow, that was just mind-blowingly good. That opens up the map, and look at that distraction. Glow Williams was like looking at me, he's like, what the hell just happened? I just lost 2 mates just instantly at mid, looks over, wrong time to do that. And beautiful coordination going in there.
That was kind of weird. He didn't even turn around. He must have heard him running along as well, so maybe he heard the other guy in short as well.
So right now we can see a 6-2 scoreline, and the money is actually looking great. Well, I say great. I mean, actually very fragile for both teams. This could be the round that Flake take it back, and you can see they're trying to push into long there. And again, this could be the round for them. If they win this, they can force the other team to an eco. They can start playing the momentum. And unfortunately, they've lost a lot of players. It's all down to Joker, but he's not going to be able to do much more than 1 frag. He does take down an AWPer, but the AWPer is picked up by Glow Williams, so they're not going to lose that AWP, which is so important. It's such an expensive weapon. You need to keep them alive for as long as possible. It's really key. And so double AWP setup from EnRo. What do you think about that? Do you like that as CT?
Well, I liked the long setup they had.
Nice.
With wow.
They put both AWPs on mid. That's nice.
Yeah, I like the long setup where they do a explosion flash over the walls at long, and they have one guy aggressive long that just goes through behind the corner and peeks at long when they're blind. Unfortunately, he missed both of them, so it was kind of a messy round. And
again, we have 3 of them in mid, and the bomb is chilling at T-spawn, and just Glow Williams with the silencer, and they don't know exactly where he is. Oh my god, he's going to get the third. Not quite. Does get the double though. Glow Williams putting in a huge double kill right there, dismantling their play on mid. And let's remember, they have an AWPer just sitting with the bomb at T-spawn, and he's been there the entire round. I don't know if he's AFK. He's moving on the minimap, so he's not AFK. But I mean, let's go over to Zeef here. Okay.
All right.
As I was about to switch to him, he gets just instantly dropped by Robson. So that is a massive, massive loss there. I mean, losing that round, let's look at their money. They're in shambles right now. They've got to go for the eco. And if they don't start pulling something together soon, we're looking at a huge scoreline.
They played really indecisive, I think. Flake.
I think you're very onto something there.
I think they should take way more initiative and try different things. I mean, you can't really lose on it. They're just losing now when they're just running around trying to get sticks.
And Glow Williams actually pulls off 2 frags there when he has to like spray between 2 places with a M41S with the 20 bullets. So big result there. They haven't really capitalized on let's say his aggression, because he does that quite often now. They could expect those kinds of moves from him. They do get the M4 though on the eco, so this could prove useful. Do you think it's better to save it or better to try to go for some frags?
Well, at this moment you wouldn't really get anything from saving the gun, because he didn't have that much cash. And now they got like 4.5k anyway, so just try to mess up their economy as much as they can.
Yeah, we can see Robson here with 15 frags and Zeef going for the jump shot there. But oh, Dennis, it looks so on right there, but I think it's slightly too high, and he's going to be a bit disappointed with that. But will he be stubborn? Yes, he will be stubborn, and Zeef is right there to prove that stubbornness is a bit of a vice sometimes, or maybe it's overconfidence, maybe hubris, you could say, is a vice. And Robson there going to position himself at Graffiti, but he's somewhat alone on the A bomb site. And not having someone close to Cat, his rotation time, if they decide to hit B, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, oh, and a quick double there with the two Flake teammates dropping, Dookie dropping Robson. This is the way to do it, or rather dropping Globe Williams, and that's the way to do it. Now it's a 2 versus 5, so this is really good for Flake. Now, can they close the round out, though? Beautiful pick onto Robson as well, behind the Graffiti. And here comes the trades in from Nazen. Hey, just guns down 2 there. We're seeing some great spraying action right here so far, and Nazen, 1 versus 3?
This is going to be really difficult.
That would be an ace.
Yeah, they have a guy in CT spawn as well, so I don't think he knows.
And he goes down. So
yeah, that's quite hard to win that situation.
Most certainly it is, and he did at least take down 2 players. So yeah. I mean, and the thing is that any hit to their economy, even if they do win the round, is a pretty good result. And he kind of forced them to be kind of on the side to try to defend, so close to the bomb explosion. You know, try to get them to rebuy as much as possible. It's always a good move. And right now we do have 2 players with the bomb up at dark. We can see other 2 on mid. So it looks like a standard spread, but 1 on long as well. So this is probably going to shape up to be a fairly slow round, unless they get a pick and they decide just boom, let's go, let's hit it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Flake is that kind of a team, you know. They go for picks, and when they get picks, they utilize that advantage and just go for it.
And we have a nice setup here on A. We got 1 behind Graffiti and 1 on the slope itself. It's quite a good setup, and you can see the pop flash. He's ready to do the pop flash there, and make it the hardest. I mean, if you're wondering, like, if you're a bit new to CS:GO and stuff, you see sometimes players will bounce it off the wall so that it explodes just as the opponent will see it, so they have time to react, to turn away. Great frag there, and that's going to open up mid a bit, so they can push in mid, smoke CT spawn, and Percy gets the pick on Dennis. That's a great defensive play there. Dennis trying to get a bit too aggressive, and now that's given them the B site. Just easily there. 1 pick mid, 1 pick on the B, and now they have the site. They got the bomb down, and EnRo, I mean, let's quickly check there. Oh, before I go and look at their money, look at this beautiful frag there, and had no idea he's there, and I mean, I don't blame him. Quite a crazy spot there.
Yeah,
in CT spawn.
It's not that usual, actually.
But I was going to like look at their money, and that's a great trade. I mean, he probably should have moved after getting the first frag.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, you can see that the way that they were thinking here. I mean, they had 3 weapons alive. Oh, Robson looking to just double checking if he's got teammates, but no. So they could see that, okay, there's 3 of us alive. We're really far away, and they have 5 men there on the defense. If we look at the money, you know, the CTs were kind of stretched for money, so keeping 3 alive allows them to do that half buy, I guess. So
yeah, they could have, but yeah, they're going for it. But they still have a lot of cash, kind of. I mean, now they're... Yeah, they need to win this round, basically. If they don't, they could go for, like, Pharmacies or P250, but they would be like playing 2 eco rounds almost.
Certainly. So Dennis, he's going to try to get lucky, but tonight is not his night to get lucky, and that's a horrible reference, as EnRo do get 1 player removed, and that's kind of unfortunate. And Zeef, because he's quite low, obviously he's been trying to get the AWP duels going, as again, you know, he loves to get those AWP duels going, or he loves to face, and that is the classic there, punishing the CTs for getting too aggressive on long, and that's like quite an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay, it's good to push a CT, but I mean, they're getting really punished the last rounds here for going aggressive. Maybe they should try to go aggressive on long or another place than B or mid.
Nice, Dookie coming in with a kill there on the players pushing up Cat. The bomb is up on A though, so let's find Dookie on the camera there, as he's going to try to get another frag. And that's a hard one to get. He does get it just before the smoke pops. He's got 1 behind. He hears him, but no bullets left. The cursed M4A1 magazine is too small for this kind of a task, and he's going to have to reload before he goes at it again. But that's precious time that they have to not only work his position up, but set up to make sure that he doesn't get this clutch. So 1 versus 2 now, as he does drop 1 player, but 1 health. Not going to happen. And Percy going to be making sure as he shows Dookie to his grave.
Yeah, the FLAEKKETID is really stepping up here, I feel like. They're getting these crazy entry frags and important frags all the time now, and I don't think EnRo should go that aggressive this last round. They need this round.
They certainly do. It's like, you know, T. This is most certainly got a lot of advantages for T.
Yeah.
So you're so on the money right there. FLAEKKETID are going to be feeling, I said that in such a British way, are going to be feeling very, 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 very pressured in knowing that they didn't do what they were set out to do on this first half.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the EnRo still picked CT side as well, so we don't really know why the reason for that. So it could be because they favor it, could be because they
I think it's more fun as well. Like at least I feel like that, and I think
starting a defending team.
Yeah.
I can see what you mean. I mean,
and I feel like the advantages aren't as so staggering as they were in 1.6 as well. Where in 1.6 you could lose so many rounds, it could actually affect your psychology just because it was that biased on some of the maps, like nuke and train and so on. But I feel like it's not as bad in this game. Maybe it'll be slightly not without favor, but it's fun. It's still pretty fun. And here we go. It still looks like we have an aggression there, but that was just a very quick aggression. Get information, show yourself, and then make sure that, oh wow, but we're getting some action in the mid here. Also, Director, please. As Dennis gets 2 kills right there at the mid, and he's going to move his way right up and almost catching that player at the big box there, but not going to get it, and it's the 3 versus 2 situation right now. Zeef with the AWP in hand, with Percy with no health and an AK. Zeef is left with the AK, and there it is. Globe Williams is being so consistent with the M4A1S. I'd even hesitate to say that Globe Williams could be the MVP despite Robson being right up there with even more frags. So Robson and Globe Williams coming out huge in this match for their team against the Danes. So can the Danes turn it around on, let's say, the less favorable side, the CT side here, on Dust 2? That is the question.
It comes down to this pistol round, basically. They really need to win it, or else it's going to be really tough coming back to this game. I really feel like this map particularly is basically T-sided because of how it looks and the strats. But I always feel like there's more pressure playing as terrorists.
And it looks like they're going to go straight up cat here. Jokern is put to the test, and he is found wanting now as Robson is trying to chase down that player in the big pit, and he does go down. Percy gets dropped. Now it is up to FLAEKKETID's Flex, and Flex gets a long-range USB headshot. Gorgeous action right there from Flex, but there's still much more work to do. It's a 3 versus 2 right now, and FLAEKKETID are finding themselves without much hope here, getting naded as they got cat. They're both coming from the same approach. Loads and nades still left for EnRo. Going to gun down 1. It's too easy for Dookie the King as he looks for the second, but Flex will deny with a great headshot again from the USP. And the last, just 2 remaining. 1 has 20 health, but the time is just ticking away. It's not possible. Dennis going to finish Flex off, and it's 11-5. EnRo winning the pistol. This is bad.
This is, it's quite bad for FLAEKKETID indeed.
FLAEKKETID. I mean, Teed means time, right? So what is flake?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's Danish. It's Danish.
It's Danish. Could mean anything.
Flake can mean like, I don't know.
Right, could mean sausages.
We'll have to figure it out after this game.
But here they go. They're making their way straight into B right now. They get the pick. The picks, or rather, well, not really picks. I mean, it's aggressive frags, basically. The entry frags onto the B bomb site. And I mean, it is, of course, eco action here for our Danes. And actually picking up an AK is Percy, but it's going to go to waste, which is really unfortunate. I mean, that's a situation as a player you can be thinking about your positioning. Yeah. Because he's got the AK, he knows no matter what, he needs to save it, because that's going to be amazing as a save going into the next round. And it's actually, arguably, you can say, I guess, some people would say that buying an AK on the second round after winning the pistol is actually a mistake, because you don't need it, and the risk if you drop it is quite high, and the SMGs do the same job, and they get so much money on a return. Yeah. So it's an interesting debate, but positioning was bad. I
actually favor having at least 1 AK the first antique round. Oh, look at this.
And the bomb does go down. I'll bring you back on that point.
Yeah.
But the action is going here. And 4 Famuses and an M4 there. So it is a bit of a crazy surprise buy here. And in they go, straight in for the bomb. I mean, what a perfect position to drop the bomb there for Flake as they defend it like champions here. 1 player left on the mid, and it's Flex who gets a bit of get clipped by a few bullets there, but it's just Dookie the king left, and he's going to have to live up to his name if he's going to make this happen. He does take down 1, or Robson does take down 1, and let's see if he can take down any more there as Robson makes his way slowly onto the bomb. They know he's coming there on the angle, but it's just a matter of the one-on-one. Robson does win that one-on-one. It's now 1-on-2. He's got position on the site as well. I mean, they've got to run all the way around. He's got time to plant. Whether he knows it or not, that's the question. He's got to trust just that he has the time and get it down. It's the most important thing.
Yeah. The best thing to do there would actually be to plant long, I think. Just check seat spawn really quick, see if they're there. Plant for long if they're not. But this could work out as well if he just gets a quick pick here.
And the Famus long range against the AK tends to lose, so
yeah.
This Flake player, he needs to make his way up to a closer range quickly, and beautiful flank there from his teammate Flex. So I'm going to bring you up now on your AK on the second round. What is your logic behind it? What do you like?
Well, the thing is that I liked what EnRo did there. They just ran in B with the SMGs. I think the smart thing to do is like let 2 people just run in. 1 guy stands in halls, just flash over B site, while the AK slowly moves in as well, so he can hold window for the SMGs while they are looking right and sight and everything. And boom, you have B.
Gotcha. So it's basically, the role is basically like,
you can aim on distance.
To not get touched, basically. He's supposed to be at the back, being the kind of...
It's like an opera, you know, you have to be careful not to lose him.
And here we go, we have an aggression up on Cat, but there's 1 player behind the stairs. He's going to get just murdered there brutally as they make their way through. And actually a bit confusing there for Flake maybe, because they just killed 1, dropping Globe Williams over at the upper tunnel. So they're kind of confused to exactly what EnRo is doing, but I'm pretty sure Joker knows he's under a lot of pressure. Dookie with a great shot to the side of his head now as Percy has to hold long for them to have any hope here. He's got to hold here. He's got to hold, but oh, can he do it? 18 health left for Nathan. Nathan's going to get it, and not holding there means that this is going to be a lot easier than it could have been. But still, they're all quite low. 2 rifles trained on the smoke there. They gun down 1. 2 going to jump across. They spam into it. Can they catch him? Any more frags? And they do. Beautiful reads there. That's so smart. Really smart. And oh my god, 1 health.
1 HP, yeah.
So he barely made it through, and he got the bomb plant. That's actually
that's good.
That's kind of lucky as well. Wow. So EnRo getting a bit lucky there, but Flex.
Yeah, that's a really hard situation. You basically need to 1-hit both of them to win that round, so it's not the easiest thing to do in the world.
But good.
Unless you scream, of course.
Good retake in a lot of senses, because I mean, the presence of mind to stand there and spray, and also I mean, it's not just spraying. It's they have to they're thinking about how the opponents are moving, and they're kind of controlling the recoil so that the most bullets are concentrated in the right spots. So it's like, I mean, they're sitting down there. There's a lot of skill involved there, because sometimes spraying looks like, oh my god, he's spraying, he's going nuts and he's spraying, but in reality, it's not always like that. And because if they didn't sit to spray there, they get to the site quicker. Yeah. So it's like that's the trade-off that they made. Maybe getting a frag versus getting to the site quicker. So it's really interesting. It's paid off for them. It's good stuff. And Percy in with a quick frag onto Nathan there at the long double doors. And we've got Globe Williams trying to make his way up. He's been very, very good so far in this match. But Robson going to catch Percy in the side of the head. How did he get that positioning? And Percy's looking in completely the wrong angle there. And oh, wow, no entry sign put up by Joken right there with the AK-47. And Zeke's going to go down as well. So looks like they're making their way onto the site. So very back and forth trades here, but it is a 2-on-3, and the site is for our terrorist side EnRo here. So can Flake retake this again?
This is quite weird. The bomb is down CT spawn, challenging 2 guys mid.
That is quite. That's so weird. I logically assume that the bomb should be getting planted right now.
Yeah, I
totally didn't notice that.
CTs know they were both at A with bomb, so I would probably try to fall back, get a pick from the rotating guys, or something like that. But dropping CT spawn is really, really risky.
And Dookie just pops off the head of Flex with the Galil there. It's not a common sight to see. And we're going to see that bomb planted now. So 2 versus 1. So they somehow get the bomb down in a 2 versus 3. when the bomb's in like the most compromised position you could actually have.
That was a really bad situation indeed.
So props to them for getting it. And can Joken? Nope, he can't. He cannot. So it's going to be EnRo with another round, and let's just check the monies real quick here.
And that was a really tough round for FLAEKKETID because now they don't have that much money. They could go for like a semi-forced buy and try to save the weapon maybe if all goes wrong, but they're going for a regular eco round here, buying some Beagle and P250s.
It could be good maybe to sometimes I like strategies where like on the eco round like this, they all focus on just getting one player down. Like they know a position of one player, so they get him down and take his gun and hold it. Sometimes that kind of play is kind of cool. And yeah, okay, that's all we want to do.
I think that people don't have the same patience anymore, because I think why not like buy two weapons, rest have guns. If things goes to hell, you save the guns, and you didn't lose anything basically.
Yeah.
So why not take the chance and maybe win the round and play safe instead of just playing eco and lose like 99% sure.
Yeah, no, I think CS:GO opens up for a lot more options because because of the way the money works. I mean, also like
it's all about risks.
Exactly, yeah. And you can be so creative. That's kind of what I like, because you don't see a lot of the same stuff. Teams can innovate. There's so many different weapons, different spots that those weapons are particularly good at. So it's like, oh, you can do all these things. But here we go. He's going to try to defend Cat. Going to fail quite dramatically there against Glow Williams. As you can see, Robson now gunning down Joken over at long. So it's really just a slugfest here, and it's one that looks quite one-sided. It's Percy left with 7 health now. Because right there, it's basically EnRo players just running at different positions and just getting the frags. It's like they're in another weight class too. It's like they're heavyweights against the lightweights that are Flake right now. But to Flake's credit, they have strung together some really strong rounds in the past in this match. So this score may not be very representative of their real skill, but it is match point now for EnRo on Dust 2 for the DreamHack online qualifiers for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And here goes Robson in for another entry frag, and I feel like EnRo may be feeling that kind of magic where it's like I walk out and I hit that one shot, I tap my gun and people die. Yeah. And there you go, there is a good trade. I mean, with the FAMAS, but we spended all the bullets. Robson gets the trade too easily here. And you can see Percy trying to tap down people long distance. Not going so well for him. He does get some damage done, but it's not about damage right here. So there is the GGs being called there by the members of the Danish team, FLAEKKETID.
Yeah, FLAEKKETID.
I tried an accent there, just a little bit, but
yeah, I'm not quite sure either.
So there you go, guys. That was a much more one-sided match than the one we saw previously, which was LGB versus Kirchner, which was, to be honest, a really awesome game. I was really, really impressed with that one. I can't wait to go back and check that one out, because there's some great moments there. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right off this. But remember, before I leave, the hashtag DHWQual, if you want to get involved in the discussion, do so. I'll see you.